You know the problem with you little niggas? The problem is you don't know the difference between guns and butter. The guns, that's the real estate, the stock market, artwork, things that appreciate with value. The butters, shit, cars, clothes, jewelry, all that other shit that don't mean nothing after you buy it. That's the difference. Guns and butter, you little dumb motherfuckers. I want all my niggas to be millionaires, so we gon' teach y'all about this guns and butter shit, for real. Welcome to Guns and Butter, episode 2. I'm your host, King Blake.
I'm your other host, Ace.
Alright, so today we got a special guest coming for you who is also my father. We have Ben Miller. So what we're gonna do is talk about, so just tell us a little about yourself. Tell us about your story.
I was born and raised in Greenwood, you know what I'm saying? I've been here all my life. Basically I'm just, talking about the streets, how I grew up. I grew up in the church and everything, but, just watching the old heads, from being out of Woodland Home, Woodland Homes, just watching the old heads, how everybody looked up to the materialistic thing, the cars, the nice paint jobs and stuff on cars, and I'm just a little kid just thinking, you know what I'm saying? Oh, what catch your eye, you know what I'm saying? The little kids today still doing the same thing, and stuff that catch their eye.
Right.
And they easy don't want to go to school.
Right.
don't want to go to school, don't want to get no education. But those, so being able to just look at that kind of stuff kind of drove me to that crowd, you know what I'm saying, to the wrong things, negativity. So just looking at that substance, I become a drug dealer. I started selling drugs at the age of 18. I ain't started till I was 18 selling drugs. I ain't never seen it, ain't know nothing. So my mom kept me in the church, so I was like, once I started doing all these things, you know what I'm saying, kind of blew up pretty fast. And I can say that, I can see everybody that you looked up to all these times, materialistic things, and you know what I'm saying, the butter, you know what I'm saying,
the butter,
right. Shit. And you're looking at and running out there, chasing out there.
So
chasing out the wrong thing, you know what I'm saying?
So what was your inspiration? Who you ain't gotta say specific names. You can go ahead.
But I went down in Roosevelt, and somebody said, Ben Miller, somebody out here looking for you in a big body Mercedes, man. So I go out the door, see this dude over here looking out there, and he in this big old pretty Mercedes, man. I'll never forget that thing, chromed out. And I say, well, wow. And so the way he was saying, I heard about your business, slanging. So they'll do your thing. So, and everybody knows. So they know, somebody know from another hood. He was from Panama Mountain, you know what I'm saying? God bless the dead, Angelo. So he's like, come holler at me, you know what I'm saying? So that's how, really, that was my inspiration, you know what I'm saying, to, I want that, I want this, you know what I'm saying? So I went here and I started. And
you looked up, because you said he was in that Benz. That's why you always love Benz, because of him.
That's my favorite car, right? That's still to the day, Mercedes Benz. But after that, pretty much I just took off, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, after 2 years of being up there, somebody call your name. So I know one thing, a name ain't nothing in the street, because we got a name in the street. When it comes to negativity, the police know what you're doing too. So when nobody tell you the bad side of the hustler, nobody tell you that. Nobody ain't gonna sit you down and tell you what it is. So, but Angelo, he always set me down. He say, always save up and put money up for a rainy day, because if you don't do this, so it was just, I got that mentality in my mind, it was just us against the police. When you're doing wrong, you gotta remember, it's me against the police and everybody else. But then you don't understand that you get these brothers of people that's hanging around you in your circle, that don't went to jail, got in trouble, ain't telling you nothing, that they've been sent out, interrogated, hired by the police to be snitches and rats. Ain't nobody telling you that side of the story. And the very person I'm hustling around looking up to is a rat themselves.
For real?
Yeah, man. So when I'll never forget, 89, federal indictments came out in 89. This dude told me, he said, man, these niggas work for you and selling this dope for you out this apartment. Tell on these niggas you stay on the street. When the niggas told me that, it put my whole space on the game changed then, you know what I'm saying?
So who came and offered you?
I can't tell you that. No, I can't tell you who forward this.
Okay.
But when when people go through the situations and tell you about the game, they ain't telling you everything that go with the game.
So it's niggas that are in high levels that's really working. They actually working for the federal. Okay.
They told me, they set me down, and I first got busted. They set me down. They said, look, you can be one of the biggest drug dealers on the street. All you got to do is give us 2 people a month. That's it. And when they told me that right there, all my whole thing was, I agreed with being a rat. I agreed. I took the agreement just to get out. And when I got out and put all my ducks together, and got all my money together, I ran. You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't force me to be a rat. You know what I'm saying? And that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say you gotta do one thing you gotta understand. You got brothers doing, just think of my generation. Selling.
So you saying they was trying to get you to be but you just wasn't going for it.
Wasn't going for it.
And your first bid, right? What was your time when you first got locked up? How was that?
It was I self-surrendered my first time.
You ran your first time?
I self-surrendered. I ran the first time from 89 to 92 I ran. And then I self-surrendered to the feds in 93. I'll never forget self-surrender. Went shopping on some spree. Everybody said, oh, the feds is like a what's the name? A gap. Which is like, it's probably better than college. You get educated, everything free, you go to work, get checks, you ain't got to call, ask nobody for no money. They got factories on the yard, you know what I'm saying? They got everything you need on the yard, put golf. I mean, this is a federal facility. I'm in Florida, I'm from country boy, I'm going to prison in Florida, and here it is like a golf course for white people. You know what I'm saying? So you think of the education part, you sit back and you dissect your whole entire life. In them 60 months, I sat back and dissected my whole life. So, you know, so you think about it, when you go to college 4 years of paying for it, you go to prison for free, but the government paying for it. People don't even know that they're a check to the government. When they're out here locking you up, you're a check. They get a welfare check for inmates. Yeah. Folks don't even know that, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
They don't even know that they get a check, your social security, your birth certificate being used by the U.S. government. Niggas ain't even educated on this kind of stuff, hear me?
So during your first bid, like after you got out, right? Because you done told me this numerous times. Your first bid actually taught you how to become a better criminal.
Yeah, it taught me how to become a better, because I got connected everywhere. All 50 states, you got people locked up. Your address book come big, your network come big, hear me? So it's just up to you to make that choice. If I want to do this, I want to do that. But my whole situation, I didn't want to come back out and sell drugs, but I get to the halfway house in Greenland, 97. I'll never forget. My friends pulling up in Testarossa with Bill W kits on them. My pit partners pulling up on 50 niggas.
It's at the halfway house.
The halfway house on the street. 50 niggas pulling up on motorcycles, walking bikes. Everybody walking bikes in front of the highway house. The folks said, boy, you got to go. You got to get up out here. Right there, it inspired me to go right back to drug dealer. I said, I can't let these niggas that used to work for me outdo me. No, so I go back. They used to work for me. You know what I'm saying? They used to work for me. Like, I ain't doing better than me. I can't have that. You know what I'm saying?
And they got right back to it.
A year and a half, a nigga rattled on me again. I stayed out a year and a half out the 97. A year and a half, I went on the run. I ain't seen Green with no more out the 20 so years. So I went on the run from 99 to 2011. I got caught. You know what I'm saying? For the running for the feds. I know how to run.
That's a long, so yeah. This is my story. I mean, my interest, right? Yeah. So you was on the run, and I'm one of yours. Yeah. How many, out of all that time, put all together, right? How many kids do you have?
14 kids in different states, Florida, Atlanta.
So you a real life Rolling Stone. So this is why the thing is, right? Because a lot of your children may not understand, because I didn't even know this. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So as I'm coming up, you like your daddy absent from your life, but you're not knowing that he running. You know what I'm saying? So going with that, right? How do you look back at that and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to your children that didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, how like they be like, well, my daddy absent from my life, but it's really the streets that took you away from, you know what I'm saying, actually being that father.
What made me realize that, man, when I was on the run, and I came back here and gave my daughter something. It's her 18th to finish school. A bubble out Mercedes.
Tasha.
Yeah, a bubble out Mercedes, and her mama made her give me the key back. That's when I knew I was out here hustling for nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst feeling in the world. Trying to do something, give somebody something that you never had. You know what I'm saying? And then for somebody else to be jealous of it, and then you think about it. I was still on the run hustling. I ain't never stopped hustling. I never stopped selling dope on the run. So the whole time I ran, I still was putting people in play. You know what I'm saying? To get me, they don't even know. See, a nigga think that you love them by giving me. If I give you something to make you money, you think I love you. I don't love you. I'm using you as a guinea pig, nigga. You're a nigga that run. If you get hit, I can get away every time. So you think a nigga love you because he give you something? You ain't doing nothing, niggas. You ain't nothing but you take a prey on niggas. When you prey on people's weaknesses, like even selling drugs, you prey on people's weaknesses, isn't it? So you out here being a prey on people's weaknesses for what they got addiction, and at the same time you sitting there taking their whole life away from him. And then guess what you doing it for? To buy a car? No matter what you buy, what you get, you brought on blood.
That's interesting. So even like when when you was running, right? What all states were you like? Like, what was your when you was running?
The place I ran from Greenville. Now the fans can know if they watch this podcast. Look here. I went from Atlanta to Florida, to Memphis, Tennessee, to out west to Arizona. Hear me? And I got an alias name in every state.
And you got a different alias in every state.
Put the niggas on every state.
And being that you were connected with niggas from everywhere, it was straight for you to got down. You
it was easier for you to maneuver.
You got always got down.
So you look at a nigga that sells dope in his own city, right? He say he just got longevity. He only had a 30-year run. And you say, okay, this nigga lucky he ain't been hit. He can't be hit if he died with the right folks. He ain't gonna never get hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that longevity on that road, you looking at, oh, this person going to jail, but everybody around him going to jail. Ain't nobody else going to jail.
Yeah.
So you call that luck. Now you don't call it luck. You call that just a nigga that took the 2 people deal a month that they offered me to be the bigger dope than they want.
So you saying this niggas out here right now that done took that deal and out here, and it might be young niggas look up to these niggas thinking they did.
Angry, man. It made me so angry because one of my partners got out of prison. Hear me? I wanted the man to feel like, no, this is how I want this man to feel. Just say, Vince, you my brother, right? You just come home from prison. I want to come and show you, I'm hustling out the projects, but I want to come and show you the house I live in behind Furman University, where I got my cars lined up in the white people neighborhood. I want to show you this because I want to show you this ain't what my mentality bigger than what you see. So I come and show this man my house, take him in my house, give him a pack, tell him he don't owe me nothing, and put him back on. And that same brother is the same person that when I got busted by the feds, showed the people I live at.
Same nigga.
The same nigga.
Dang, I know we'll name drop, but boy, niggas be want to know niggas' names, boy. Don't.
A man to get something in this world, you get something, man. You come out the project and you make it in this world. They ain't looking at you. Want a man to be happy for your success.
Right.
You man, everybody that's come out in the same script, you want them to be happy for your success. You got to take that happiness and embrace it yourself. Don't worry about it. Share it with your family. Don't worry about the outside niggas out and all these friends and shit. You got to understand when you go down in this world, it ain't gonna have nobody. You got grown millionaires and friends right now calling on their mama. They ain't get their mama none of that dope money. You hear me?
But when they behind
it, they give everything with another woman, and then they get another woman, another nigga enjoy what they made. You went out there, took your life, risked your life, going to prison for the rest of your life, and then you gotta leave it with a female and another nigga, whoever she decides to come in your shit.
That's crazy.
So you even with businesses, it go the same way with business. You know what I'm saying? Even when you get a business, what's anything you get, you gotta understand that you lose it. With 8 and 9, what they did with us, they took all our cars. Me, Jimmy Seller, Ed Drew, all the guys that got busted, everybody that got busted in my area, 8 and 9, they took all our cars and put them behind the highway department on 291.
Damn.
But guess what? I was at the gas station get the phone. I get the phone call at the gas station. Boy, they taking everybody's stuff. Guess what I do? I hit the 85.
You hit the highway on it. I got a question though. As you on the run, right? As you on the run, when you got caught, and I want to know the story because it was in the news because it hit Greenville most wanted. Boom, boom, boom. Caught in Arizona.
They never got caught with no dope.
Right. When the marshals came to your house in Arizona, what was that feeling like? It was like.
I knew something was on the other side. I knew some dangers outside because I know God was protecting me on the run because man, the stuff I was doing, you would never. If you was my friend on the run, while I was on the run, you would never in a million years think I was on the run because I was still shining the materialistic shit, work big by the business in the garage, and getting houses up under 80s name, fake ass driver license. I'm getting houses, people like money, all I do is flash money on people, and they do what? Flash. I go on the real estate place, just flash money, and they give you whatever you want. They don't care a damn who you is, they don't care a damn about nothing else but money. That's all this world I care about. And people don't know about that credit. Credit better than money, hear me?
Yeah.
You find somebody with good credit, you can get anything in this world you want. You know what I'm saying? You let your money work for yourself, so when you mess up your name, that's why people, we come from a generation where our mama might put something in our name at 10. We like, okay with your name, the light bill might be your name at 10 years old, hear me? You never know, you feel me?
Yeah.
You never know that, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
That's the kind of generation we come from, you feel me?
Definitely. So, my other question to you, right? Out of all them cities you was in, you said Atlanta first, then you went to Florida, then you was in Memphis. I heard Memphis tight, you know what I'm saying? I like Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis tight.
Then Arizona, right?
I could just
out of all them places, where did you have the most Like this was where you just took off.
Florida.
Florida was the best.
Florida.
What made Florida?
Surrounded by white folks, hear me?
Huh?
Surrounded by number white people, hear me? Surrounded by number white folks, hear me? I mean, my one best friend, he owned a lobster shop. My other friend, he owned a concrete business. Right, and they all did coke, hear me?
So people
They all love coke.
That's all they love.
like
I never sold crack since I ain't sold no crack since 2005. I ain't never sold. I wouldn't even sell no crack.
what you think helped you adjust to these places so fast? Cause
Just being
how niggas ain't know like
how we
they
love
from
each other.
somewhere else.
The way we love each other, man. I'm gonna tell you something about black folk, man. They trying to play hard. Niggas be trying to be hard. But we the most lovingest people in the world. Hear me? I pull up in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, right? In the black and gold Mercedes, right? These niggas going crazy at my car over the car at the gas station. I meet the dude, selling dope. I end up meeting his connect, and we became best friends. Me and that dude came just practice like this. I stayed at this girl house one day in Winston-Salem. And me and that man hung together like we was brothers. Just over that materialist piece, over that car.
Over that car, because you mad
I
at that
switched
car.
calls with him. We did. I mean, I ain't even know him.
That's crazy.
But just taking chances on, how we love each other, man. People that we go to the hood, you can go in any state in America and go to the projects and meet a nigga that'll love you like a brother, a stranger that'll love you more than your family do.
Yeah.
That's true though. Sometimes niggas do show love like that. Sometimes niggas show love. Sometimes it ain't all the time, cause I done seen both ways. You know what I'm saying? Cause some
cause you gotta look at it like this too, cause like I don't have friends like this where it's like somebody died and it be more people from the streets that they funeral than their family. Cause sometimes you get more love in the streets than from your own home.
That's true. That's true.
You have more strangers love you more than your family.
But I had wanted to ask you a question. What made you make it through your time?
What made me bad time? So what made me make a hustle? I never started hustling. So when I went in the phase, they decided you become the same thing. You be a store man, or sell cigarettes, or somebody brings something in for you to hustle. I always stayed on the grind here, and then at the same time, I stayed in them books. I started reading them, all them religious books, and I remember, never wanted to be looking up to it, never wanted to be a drug dealer in my life. I remember the first time I went on the run, man, I fell on my hands and knees crying and asked God, why did you even be in this world? What's my purpose in this world? And that's all I want to know. Every man want to know his purpose in the world. If it's a man in the world that don't want to know his purpose, you don't need to be around that man. Yeah, for real, that's point blank. You know what I'm saying? You want to know your purpose in this world, what you here for.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So your foundation growing up in the church, that kind of helped you
that's
a lot. You always come back, no matter how far you get out there.
Man, you have a lot of people ain't got no conscience when they're hustling. You have the conscience, you know what I'm saying? I had a brother trying to front me, so I wouldn't even take it, man. But
like that what you were saying though, I honestly feel like most of the niggas that probably will tell on somebody or work for them the niggas that don't have a conscience. Like they can be killers and shit too though, but like nigga ain't got no conscience, he ain't got no heart, so he gonna do whatever.
It's all about self. A nigga that don't give a fuck about his own, that's all he care about his own situation. You know what I'm saying? So if you around a nigga that only care about his own situation, then shit, nigga ain't gonna care if he tell nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I don't even think it be that. It be the culture of how they was raised.
Like I like what old buddy said. You know what I'm saying? When he was like, I already done forgave the dude who told on me. He said because I know he wasn't raised on the codes I was brought up on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't brought up on those same codes. You know what I'm saying? So if a nigga that ain't had that code, then he, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna know nothing about it. Like the OGs you was brought up under, I'm pretty sure you up. That's why you still live by that code to this day, right?
That's why I started carrying guns too though. So I started carrying guns because my attitude, if you doing something that fit that situation, you take the gun off you to take something to kill somebody because your anger could cause you to grab something and do something.
Spare the moment.
Just
because you got it.
I done seen niggas do something and they wish they could bring somebody back the same sucker, the same instant. So, that right there killed that. But them people become a format, just like, in my family, I don't have two brothers do something. It become a line to me up not to do it because you gotta understand, you gotta see their situation. See, that's what a lot of people understand. How do you get wisdom? You get wisdom
learn from other people.
You gotta walk through the fire before you get what's your name. You know how not to go through it to get burned. You somebody else get burned. Why would you go walk through it?
And my question to you, right? So experience, like you don't sometimes experience. You don't got to experience to go through it because you said you just gave the example of your brother.
Yeah.
So like if you don't know your brothers done did that, you know what? I ain't even gonna be on that. This gonna be my lane right here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just.
That's real. And the most that what got me back on the way back, you gotta think about I got these kids, I got these children. They don't know nothing about what's going on with me.
Right.
So you gotta understand, you done brought life into the world. At the same time, say, well, I'm gonna be here to see these kids raised. So guess what? You in control really of your own destiny.
Right.
People don't believe that.
Right.
If you want to be hungry for a situation, so hungry to get something, you can do anything. It's where you can wake up. I can wake up in the morning and be decided. I want to go backwards. I can wake up and have that hunger in me to go back and do the same thing I did before to get me on the same situation. But I know my outcome. See, your outcome, you know, is death or is prison. Hear me?
So at those times though, did you said those outcomes of prison or death, right?
Yeah.
And your 11 years running, right? Well, you said it was more than that because you ran your first bid. It's about 14 years. So you was running all that time, and in your mind, it's like you absent from your kid's life, right? Yeah. Did that ever affect you internally? Like, damn, I'm just go into detail on that. How you felt about it?
Yeah, it affect you. It affect you mentally because that's what the situation is. So you said now, I'm sending money, so someone sending money, and it's not really. It's not. Can they want you there, man? You
right.
You can send money, get money, send money.
Time.
This other time. They want that time. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most valuable thing that you can't take it back. You know, if you understand this, I can't take that time I've been on the road. I can't take that time back, hear me. But that time in this process, it learned me and made me better, you know what I'm saying? Knowing like, guess what? It's more ways than one to hustle. You ain't got to pick up no gun, to kill nobody, to rob nobody. You ain't got to sell no dope, hear me. There's so many other avenues hustling that people don't even look at. They look at the easy way out, hear me?
Right.
You look at preying on somebody with a drug addiction, or you look at somebody, a female that ain't got no self-esteem going out here selling her ass, hear me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just an easy way because she don't got no work ethic.
Right.
If you ain't been nobody taught you no work ethic, how you gonna have some? Unless you get out there and get on the ground yourself. Or you got somebody pushing you. You gotta have somebody to push you.
Like when you said, it ain't no way but death or jail.
Yeah.
Is it a way, do you feel like, is it a way where you hustling out here to where you can win and in the good?
Yeah, because you do it legit. Guess
You
what?
know what I'm saying? If you take the bad route to start off,
You take the bad route and try to start out.
You gotta hustle smart.
You hustle and get out, you get to the 7 level. That's just like me, for instance, when I was younger. I thought $10,000 was a lot of money. So I said, God, I get it. My first 10,000, well, I got it.
Yeah.
I want my second, I want my third 10, then you keep on going, hear me? You know what I'm saying? You keep on. I'm in Roosevelt Heights in the project with $70,000 in the closet. But I'm still hustling, selling crack. You know what I'm saying? And if I had the right people behind me, then
if you had the right type of people behind you with 70,000, you probably be up. You know what I'm saying? You would have made the right decision.
Exactly.
And now that I'm old enough to know that you can go buy a house for $4,000, a bedroom right now for $4,000, $4,500. You can go look at Spotbury, you can go get on the phone, you can go buy a house. It's cheap
property everywhere for low ticket.
You know what I'm saying?
Low ticket.
Now it's so easy now. So that you ain't had that format and you ain't had that mindset. My mindset was going down, taking my cars. Well, all the dope boys got their cars there, getting bubble paint put on, buying big rims and getting stereo systems put in the car. Now you think about all that ignorance that people still doing today, riding around buying rims, 30s and stuff, putting on cars. Why? That could have been a house, or that could have been an education for your daughter. You know what I'm saying? That could have been this. You could have had that money put up to the side for something else, for something, you know what I'm saying, proper. You know something that's gonna benefit you, hear me? Or you gonna go put up to something that's gonna lose its value as soon as you pull off a car lot. Or you gonna go buy some rims that ain't gonna be nobody care about them, but people you turning heads, or you go worrying about the girls chasing you to give you a piece of ass because you got a car that's shining.
Right. Yeah, that's real. And one of my questions, another question I got for you is, like, in the time that you in all this time, right? Where was it that you realized that, like, you rather just be home? You know what I'm saying? Like what made you just be like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna give all, cause it's hard. I already, cause when I asked you, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of guys, even still your age, still knee deep. You know what I'm saying? What made you want to give it up and really?
Florida, man. My best friend Ben is a white guy named Ben. We was best friends. Me, him, Junior, all his best friends. He came to see me one night. I had a truck in Florida. I had three apartment trucks on one street in Florida. He came to see me one night, and he wants some coke. You know what I'm saying? I had like 3 different kinds of coke with him. The man say, man, I need to talk to you, man. I need to talk to you. He had water in his eyes. He talked to me, and he had tears in his eyes. He said, that's smooth, that's neat. He had no idea I was on the run and nothing. But he's like, man, I don't that's neat for him, man. So he had started getting high and started smoking hard and shit. So I was like, man, his old lady had stuck and told me what was going on with him. But he didn't want, he controlled all the good people that I met through him. I met all these people through him, you know what I'm saying? All these white people with money and they do know stuff in the street. You know what I'm saying? I met a whole different level of clientele with this man. That man looked at me in the eye about to cry. He said, man, that's neat for him. That same morning, I get a phone call. That man, that same one, listen, he said, do a line with me. I put a line on in my Benz, big body Benz. We had 2 lines like this really. We did a he took the worstest stuff from me that night, and next thing you know, I got another phone. He was trying to talk to me, and I'll never forget this. His girl kept on blowing the horn. Julie kept on blowing the horn. For him to come on, because she just wanted to get the dope and go, the coke and go. Kept blowing the horn, and he was trying to have a real man-to-man talk to me about the crowd. They talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm talking about another white boy like brothers, man, like this. I'm talking about I go to his house, his restaurant. We cook, stay up all night, everything, restaurant, everything. So we having a conversation. He trying to talk to me. We do the big old live in my phone. This man, the next phone call I get was 5 o'clock in the morning, man. He hung himself.
True story.
True story. He committed suicide. His girl called me back, said she found him in the bathroom hung with a dog collar. Killed herself.
Right after he was with you.
Right after he was with me, yeah.
And that made you leave Florida. You left Florida after that?
It made me start, man, made me flush shit down the toilet. You know what I'm saying? The first time I felt it. But that's my first time. You know, people always talk about, I always say, you go to church, people talk about the Holy Spirit. But the Holy Spirit, what are you talking about? I ain't never felt nothing in me. Man, the first time I took and went in my living room, picked up a bunch of coke and flushed it down the toilet. Man, I felt so cold. Come over me, man. Come over me. I ain't even want a female to put her hands on me. Don't touch me, don't nothing in me. So it made me shut everything down. I left Florida with less than a month. I left Florida. I shut everything down. And I'm talking about everything down because everybody I met, it was through him. You know what I'm saying?
That's when you left Florida. That's when you went to Arizona.
Yeah, that's why I went west.
Okay.
But it was just so crazy. It was just so crazy, man, to sit there and go through that stuff, to see people, being on the run and seeing all this stuff, and being this close to people. The man trying to talk to me, and you thinking, well, if maybe I would have had enough time just to listen to him, maybe.
Right. And just to have a conversation with him, so you could
still been alive.
Yeah.
So I look at all that kind of stuff.
And you were just living your own life, so focused on what you got going on that you didn't even realize he might be going. He needed your ear. You know what I'm saying? All he needed was your ear at that time, and the fact that you wasn't even really taking the time because and he just wanted to get
and that's the same way you think about it. The same way with people out here hustling right now. I used to always tell me, you got in the streets, you need to just slow down a minute, come talk to me. Let me talk to you. We ain't got time to talk to you. Want to sit down and talk to people.
I got a question though. In your years of hustling, out of everything you did, because you said you don't want to get on here and glorify hustling and glorify because a lot of people don't tell the bad with it. They just give you the good. They show you the nice highs, the nice lives, and everything that come good with it. They don't show you the bad. But my thing is this. What was the worst experience like and you done boom, I gotta get back, or what was your hardest time out there when you was like, fuck this shit, I'm about to get this,
the hardest time, I ain't gonna say the hardest, but it's the most time to make me grow up, man. When I was in Arizona here, man, I say, I'm gonna get a devil back all this dope money. And you should have seen the girl I was with, my ex-wife at the time, you should have seen her face, man, when I say, I'm finna start hustling, I'm finna get a devil everything he done gave. I mean, I'm gonna get everything I own, everything I got, I'm finna get back to the devil. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because I got it off of people's back, I got it off of people's weakness, I got it off of people's addiction. You know? So I said, I'm gonna get all this stuff back, and I'm just go broke. You know? And I remember I went to a church, man. I was going to church. I was speaking in the church. That's why I started speaking in the church. And the only place I felt good at is going to the church, man, to tell my real name. I couldn't tell nobody else my real name, but I could go to a church on Sunday. And I could stand up on the pew and I could say my name, Benjamin Miller, man. Yeah. I could be myself. I could be who I was born to be. I could go in that church and I could speak and tell them people, look, I was just last night, I had a plate of cocaine in the house. doing all this stuff in the church now. And when I come up off that thing, man, people jump up and grab. When I come off the thing, and these white ladies get up and grab me, man. And they're talking about, you need to talk to my son. And when I read that, I knew then I had a purpose in me. Right. So I say, you know what? I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but we don't do it always. We don't always do what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So you already know.
Okay. So what would be your biggest message to the youth, to the youngest now coming up? Because they
school, let them get an education and get money the right way. Because you look at a household family that everybody in the house work, and you look at a drug dealer, right? His ignorant, and you see that. You look at that person that worked all them years. That man might work on the back of a garbage truck for 30 years, but you look at everything he got. He got his house paid for, it's his home. He got his cars, everything paid for. He got his kids, got everything they want him.
So you think so basically I didn't mean to cut you off, but basically you said take the long way rather than the fast way.
You take the long way, because guess what? The long way was going to pay off in me. The long way going to pay off, because the short way don't pay off in me. So you want to take the easy way out. You taking the easy way out of life, and then you ain't gonna always make it. You gonna have way more losers on the short term than you do on the long term. So the long journey, they ain't gonna never lose, because guess what they doing? They getting up in the morning. I got mad respect for a man that punch the clock hit me
every day. Because you can't at the 20 years. I'm gonna say all because you was in the system. You did time. You ran for 14. So all within you gave the system 20 years.
I gave
him 20 years, even though you was on the run. You still giving it to because you can't be who you is. You did time on that. So in that, you gotta look back at your life and be like, I'm 32. So you've been on 20 years. You've been running or moving. Even though we have long conversations while you're gone, and I'm having conversations with you, and you telling me to do this, and boom, boom. But at the same time, it's like,
it was time I was gonna see you something. I said no.
Right. That's what I was trying to tell you. That's what I was trying to. I was gonna get at that, but I was gonna keep that. You know what I'm saying, between me and you. Like I could have been in a position to be on that bullshit, but you never put me in that. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't the life you chose or you wanted for me. You know what I'm saying? And that could have easily been done. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about the OG level, that's what they'll lead you toward destruction, like my man said. So he could have easily. That's my own fault. He could have easily put me in a position, but he chose not to. You see what I'm saying?
With people like that, I was in fear with son, with the girl daddy there, the daddy there, and the son there. The whole generation going down the drain because they want to follow behind what they already see what's going on. If I already see my daddy doing fair time, why I want to do the same thing he do to go do the same time, do the same thing? Because now I'm absent. Now guess what? Then once you get in these positions, you figure out you know right now. If a man don't know that his family is the most important thing while he on the street, something got to be wrong with him. Something got to be wrong with him.
If
a man don't know his family is the most important thing in the world, something got to be wrong with him.
Gotta know.
Something got to be wrong with him. So once you get in a position of doing time, then guess what? You no longer with your family. Guess what? You ain't got nobody else to call on. You got grown men, dope dealers, billionaires, but had all this money, got all this stuff to talk about them, and got a name in the street, but you ain't got nothing to show for it. But then you pick up the phone and call your mama. Can you see me $50? Can you see me $100? Can you see me $20? Mama wasn't nowhere in that game with you, him. Where all your partners that was in that game? Ain't no man taking care of you.
That's how they go. They with your old lady. Your partner with your old lady. You trying to get your old woman. You know what I'm saying? And that shit slimy out there, man.
Cars or something, You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you can't live with no cars. You know what I'm saying? You can't take the damn car to prison with you. You can't take nothing to prison with you. You know what I'm saying?
So now that we done talk, right? Back to this Guns and Butter. That's what this is about. That's what we're going to talk about. What does Guns and Butter mean to you? Because me and you already had a convo, but I'm going to let you talk to the people.
Butter's the shiny thing, right?
Butter's the shiny thing, the material shit.
That's what I said. Now, I don't care nothing about no butter, you know what I'm saying?
You don't care nothing about But in your younger days, though, we seen the pictures. We got the pictures, we got the cars, we got the women, we got all that.
The wheels, the cars, the paint, but guess what? I share it with my friends too, though. That's another thing.
You spread love.
A lot of people don't understand that. You know, we used to ride around 20, 30 deep with the blankets on back in the day. I don't know if y'all generations do that.
They used to do that.
We used to ride around 20, 30 deep, you know what I'm saying? Go through every project, every hood, man, just have fun, you know what I'm saying? Just ride, you know what I'm saying? We had Toyota days. You remember the foot field, don't you? Toyota days. The Toyota days.
Yeah.
Yes. Impulse, Green impulse, Man, those are good days.
But to me, me listening to you, it sounds like guns is a part of family is a part of guns.
That's it.
It definitely is. I'm glad that.
So right about that one.
Cause that's what you just basically taught me. Like family is the most important thing. Yeah, if I leave you some land or other stuff, that's important. But it ain't as important me teaching you.
Ain't nothing in this world richer than a human life, man.
And I'm gonna tell you something real. And I'm gonna kick it like your absence is what helped me be a better father. And a lot of people don't even understand that piece. Like a lot of people be like, you know what I'm saying? Well, this. Nah, I didn't have that day to day. I done had that every day. You know what I'm saying? He caught up in doing what he do in his own life, but at the same time, I didn't have that.
But I tried though.
I can give you that. You may have, but at the end of the day, you gotta look at it on the end like that. Like, because a lot of females from a female's perspective didn't even see me in this light. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't see me doing what I'm doing now, and they like, ain't no way this is real. This ain't gonna last. And this really me. This really what it is. Because you don't know how important that family piece was to me. You know what I'm saying? Now that I didn't have that in my life like I wanted it, now I can be it. You know what I'm saying? So you really motivated me to be a better father, whether it was your absence or your presence. You know what I'm saying? So that really was a good thing for me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't get that part.
So don't.
A lot of people don't get that because a lot of people, you see dudes out here that had all that. They had a good family life and and then turn around. You got a perfect example right there in front of you every day of how to be a good father, and you end up being a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? And then you got niggas that never had that.
They don't value that shit. They never felt that.
Right, they ain't felt the pain that it come with the pain that come behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Baby mamas be like that, to be honest with you. They don't know how it feels to be without their father. So some of the girls that had daddies can keep you away from your kids.
So
because they don't.
They want to.
Because I got a baby mama. She had a dad do fed time, and she like. This shit made her such a good mother, a good co-parent. Like, she understanding as fuck. Like, that's why sometimes I be like, me talking to like somebody advice, I might holler at my homeboy or my daddy. Some people be like, man, don't show her too much, don't give her too much. She'll turn on you. But shit, I honestly kind of feel like I be wanting to bless her because she be so good to me and shit. It's like, I didn't want to show my hand because I like you being so real to me. We ain't together, none of that shit. But she keep it real just for the simple fact she ain't have her daddy.
Yeah, that's good.
And I respect that about her right there. Because I got another baby mama.
5 minutes.
But so we done touched on everything a lot. But your main thing though, what your biggest message you wanted to say was the fear of the law. You know what I'm saying? So you basically want to when we end this and we wrap this up, what we want to talk about is niggas being scared of the police and when niggas tell you. They say out of all your time in these streets, you ain't never nigga can't find your name in the statement. Period.
No, none of that. No.
Niggas ain't never paid you to work. Niggas ain't never paid you to. Niggas, you read on them and you never gave a statement to them.
He's so pissed off. It just pissed me off, man, to the point where you can sit there and do that to another man. Hear me? The feeling that you get if you ever been in a situation you get popped or get busted in the street, man, and that feeling of just being taken away from your family is when you really feel it. Once you get caught, that's when the family come in play. The same incident you get caught.
Yeah.
But I'm like, leave my family in. But you ain't thinking about none of that while you out there grinding. Your family, you ain't thinking about that because a lot of people get, it's one thing you get backed up in the corner, you gonna come out to feed your family. No matter what you gotta do sometimes, if you get backed in the corner, you gonna come out that corner to feed your family.
Yeah.
No matter what, how grinding, no matter what it is, you gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? So the family, the motivation to feed them else. Now you done fed the family, now you wanna go overboard and be greedy.
Yeah.
Now you done fed the family, got everybody got established, everything got straight. Now you gotta find a way to turn that money to, you know what I'm saying? Cream, what you call it? Guns. Right. Now you want to turn the money into guns.
Right.
You can't turn the money into guns. Your whole purpose was in vain.
Right.
Nah, for real.
Your whole purpose of hustling was in vain. If you can't turn that money around, do something positive. You know what I'm saying? There's money that's gonna grow, or so you can see capital, or be able to leave something for your children out here in the street.
Yeah.
All of it's gonna be by him, just to get shiny cars, to just get a name.
You just gotta look. You get it for the look. Now you're now.
Girls, everything else.
All that shit don't mean nothing.
Oh, you
You can't even enjoy it.
You can't enjoy it, you know what I'm saying?
That's real talk.
So it's all for nothing. So you gotta tell the youth, my message to the youth, you know what I'm saying? Stay in school, you know what I'm saying? Get an education, You know what I'm saying? Grind. Even if you don't even go to college and
It's
go
a different type of hustle.
Different kind of hustle. You can just go get a job. People grind at Burger King. People grind at McDonald's. People, you just said, oh, I never work and flip a burger. Man, no, some of them folks grind and flipping them burgers, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Cause you don't know what they're
paying
going
rent, paying car notes, they're taking care of having a business, sending school, sending kids to college for a McDonald's, what's the name, check.
Yeah.
It's people out here grinding with that kind of stuff. So you can't never look down on what a person do for a job.
Yeah. Can't look down at nobody, period, really. Because at the end of the day, everybody's somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because you can get game, like how you just talking, right? You can get game from anybody. Like, that's why people like, I used to be in the A, right? And I used to, one of my things, I used to talk to the dudes on the block, like just messed up dudes on the block. And one of the biggest, my homeboy used to be like, man, why you be talking to niggas? Like, why you be having, I said, man, a nigga like that can tell you what not to do and like to be in the position he in. You know what I'm saying? They can tell you everything not to do. So you getting that game from him, he telling you everything not to do in life, and you sitting there thinking he this bum or junkie or this or that. You want to know how he got to that. You know what I'm saying? And you getting that game, and niggas don't even be aware of that. That's why I treat everybody the same. They on the same level.
Like 10 niggas on that block, one of them will make it.
Right. That's right.
Out of that 10, one of them will make it and be successful out of one of them.
All right, we got to go ahead and wrap this thing up. This is Guns and Butter, episode 2, with our special guest, Ben Miller. You know what I'm saying? He had some great words. What would be your final words to the people if you let them know anything?
My final words. Stay down the street corners, start hustling, start selling pussy.
Why you know, man? You can't tell them to stop.
Nah, that's real talk. Go ahead.
Nah, you gotta let them say that's a legit hustle. That's a legit hustle, though.
Listen to me. That's no legit hustle. What's a legit hustle? I'm talking about doing legit hustle. You know, so you can't be slow, man. They hustling, if girls doing hustling. Do you know the worst? I'm gonna tell you another part. One more thing. Do you know how many girls done cried to me, man? Don't want to sell no pussy, don't want to sell nobody living for the west side of the street. I mean,
they gotta do that to survive, though. That's a part of their survival, right?
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Erase that part.
No, you gotta cut that. Cut that part. You know what I'm saying? Cause they gonna keep selling. You know what I'm saying? Keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
somebody keep it wrong. He ain't saying that wrong.
He ain't saying that wrong.
He just telling the real. There's somebody living their life.
I'm doing out there doing that fuck shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me?
You can't be out here politically correct. You giving that shit to us real, so we want everybody to know. That's the purpose of this shit. This shit gotta be raw and cut.
Real shit, man.
That's what it is. So there you have it. Guns and Butter episode 2. Peace.